Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica, also known as Chicprofessor on Instagram, and I make videos on luxury goods, the pre-loved market, and workwear. Today's video was going to be an updated wish list video, but then Tradesy was having a big sale today, and I actually bought some things off of Rebag on Tradesy, and they were basically the things on my wish list, so I decided to just wait and do a reveal of those. However, there is one item that was on my previous wish list that I wanted really for a year, and then last week I had the chance to buy it and I chose not to, so I thought I would talk about that instead. So as you can see from the title, what I'm going to be talking about are the Mulberry Bayswaters. I currently have the Heritage Bayswater in Oxblood, and I was looking at getting the Zipped Bayswater, the larger Zipped Bayswater. I actually really also loved that in Oxblood, and so I was considering buying that one in Oxblood and then getting a Heritage in black. When that bag came up on the pre-loved market, I was sure I was going to buy it. We're actually leaving for New York City the next day, so I thought I'll check it out in person one more time. And then also because it was actually also on Rebag, I thought maybe it would be in the Rebag store and I could see it in person and maybe buy from there. However, it was not in the New York store, and so I didn't have that opportunity. But when I went to go look at it in person for probably the 10th time, I decided not to pull the trigger, and there are a few different reasons for that. So I'm actually going to show you some footage that I've had, and I think there's maybe 3 previous occasions where I have tried that bag on, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that. So you may or may not be able to tell that I really wasn't sure each time, and what I was debating about was the size of the bag. So it wasn't that much wider than the Heritage, but it was wide enough with the wings that I felt like it looked a little bit too large on me. You may totally disagree, and if you do, let me know in the comments, but that was enough to sort of dissuade me. Plus, it's actually a little bit heavier than this bag, and the leather doesn't feel quite as hardy. It still feels really nice, and it's definitely more structured, which I actually really like, but it just didn't, I don't know, there was just something about it that wasn't quite right. I wanted a long strap because the handles were, you know, they're actually just like this one. They really just fit right over, and that's okay, but it's a little small in the winter when you're wearing a coat. So that was another kind of bummer about that one, and I thought it maybe looked a little bit too big to carry in the crook of my arm, which is how I usually carry this one. So I won't say never, I won't say it will be off my wish list permanently, but it's definitely off my wish list right now. I just decided it wasn't right for me at this moment, and maybe in a few years, if they're really cheap on the pre-loved market or something, I may change my mind, or maybe a color will come out that I absolutely love, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on it, and so I thought I would share my thoughts since that was something that was definitely up on my wish list. And I still love this one. I actually liked the Oxblood color in the zipped a little bit more. It had a little more red in it, a little less purple, but there's just something about the Heritage, the classic, that I just continue to love, even though I do think that the zipped is a little more cool, it's a little more fashionable, but this just feels like it's gonna last me a lifetime, and I just can't seem to shake it. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.